Hello, my name is Andrew. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a review of Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb, and I'm going to structure this review as I am planning to structure my reviews going forward, and that's by talking about plot, writing, atmosphere, characters, and my enjoyment. So let's just kind of discuss, first of all, me and high fantasy are kind of a hard sell. I think I need to accept that. Like I just won't accept it because I have enjoyed some high fantasy like Strange the Dreamer and The Name of the Wind. Like those are two of my absolute favorite books that I read. So I will always and forever pick up high fantasy, but it is a hard sell for me. So I just want to make that clear. And I want to make that clear because I know that lots and lots and lots of people enjoy high fantasy, and I think more than I do. At this point in time, I'm still trying to figure out what I like, of course. And let's talk about Assassin's Apprentice because there are things that I liked about it and there are things that I didn't like about it. And I, at this point, don't know if I want to continue, but I do want to continue because so many people talk about her Live Ship Traders series, and people that love that don't seem to love this. So like I'm just putting out there on the internet like my experience with this first book. So basically the wit and the skill as far as like that's concerned, like that was to me the most interesting part. And we're going to put that with like the atmosphere, right? Or you could kind of say atmosphere, world building kind of go hand in hand for me. So like the magic system in here, like the wit and the skill is so interesting and so fascinating. I think I'm constantly as I was reading this, I was constantly thinking to myself, like, why am I not engaged in this? Like, what is it about this? Is it a high fantasy thing? Is it a writing style thing? But I don't know, because there, again, like Robin Hobb has some kick-ass lines that are super beautiful, and Fitz goes through some serious shit in this book, and it is like difficult to read, and like, but I don't know. It's just not what I really want to read. It's not something that I enjoyed. I would say my enjoyment was medium to low of this book, unfortunately. And I think it's mostly the writing style, and not in the sense that like she's bad at writing. Like she can write amazing sentences and stuff. It's just like the pacing. I think it's more of a pacing issue. And like as someone who was used to like urban fantasy kind of books, like I think I have to like shift my mind into a mindset that it's currently not ready for. But I do kind of find myself thinking about this book as I finished it maybe over a week ago at this point, and like the world. I think mostly about the world, mostly because in this first book there are so many mentions of other parts of the world, and you know that you're gonna get to them eventually because the future books are called the Rain Wilds and like the Live Ship Traders or the Red Ship Traders. Like the fact that those things are discussed in this book makes me interested in the world of, what's the world called? I gotta say, I think that these high fantasies that are like, I don't know, first, I have no explanation for this other than the fact that George R.R. Martin blurbed Robin Hobb's books. Like, I feel like if you like Game of Thrones, you could enjoy this. If you want a more slower paced story, then you should pick up some Robin Hobb books because it's all about like royalty. And I don't think I enjoy royalty stories. I just don't think that that's something that I can like get into. Like I just can't bring myself, like, and part of me is like, can I just skip the Farseer books to get to the Live Ship Trader books? And I feel like I've heard people say you can, so I might pick up the first book in the Live Ship Traders thing, and if I'm like super confused, like then I might go back. I don't know. But as far as the plot of this, it was kind of everywhere, and like everywhere in the world. Like it was, and you're following Fitz from like 6 years old up until he's I think like 15 or 16, and it's just it was such a I don't know. It was such a conflicting experience reading this book because like I really liked certain parts of it and I was so bored at other parts of it. Like it was a chore to pick it up. Like especially I really wanted to finish it, but like man, I just did not. Like I only really cared about Fitz as a character and what happens to Fitz. And like the people around him, like I'm just gonna tell you that in my opinion, I think that the strongest part of this is the writing, and then the world building and the atmosphere after that. So if you really, 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 really are interested in just writing, then you could probably enjoy this a lot. And I did get the illustrated like ebook of this, and it was absolutely beautiful. Like the illustrations in this were like fantastic. But yeah, I just don't think, because like I tried so hard to give the book Game of Thrones a chance, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I tried. I got to like 50% and I think even though this book is written in first person, I felt kind of, because like you're trying to build this giant world of all this different pieces, which I appreciate. And I want, like, that's something I want in fantasy. Like I want to do something like that. Like I want to immerse myself in a whole new made up world. And this seems like it could fit the bill. So I really don't want to just sit here and like harp on all kinds of negative things about this book, because like basically I just really want to know which series talks the most about the wit and the skill. Like what series like really deep, really goes deep into that dynamic, like really deep into it. And if it's the final trilogy, I don't think I'm not gonna sit through all these books to get to that final trilogy. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll be a different type of reader, but it's just not my favorite at the moment, which is why I'm gonna probably pick up less. I'm gonna pick up less high fantasy, and it's gonna be really hard. Or I'm not gonna pick up less. I'm really not gonna pick up less. I'm just, if you didn't love this book and you like high fantasy, please recommend me what you enjoy. I really like The Name of the Wind. That's really the only high fantasy I can say that I like really enjoyed. And I feel like I've seen people say, like, if you like The Name of the Wind, then you should read Robin Hobb. So I don't know what that means. I have so many series that I already probably know of, but I'm just telling you, I want more magic. I want a faster pace. And I feel like you're going to recommend me Brandon Sanderson. And don't worry, I'm going to pick up The Final Empire. I already have the audiobook. So faster pace and more magic. I know it's there. And everyone recommends The Final Empire like nobody's business. I know. Like I said, I don't want to just sit here and harp on it, but I do think that I would actually say my enjoyment of this book was low. So therefore, I do not want to continue reading 15 books in the same world. I just don't want to at the moment. I don't know. I said what I wanted to say pretty much. Please let me know your thoughts on this book, positive or negative. If you love this book, I'm so happy for you. I really, really am. And tell me what I didn't get. I would love to hear why you loved it, why it worked for you. I would genuinely love to know what it was for you that made you love this book. And maybe if I ever decide to reread it, I can look out for those things. I think those are all my thoughts for this one. So I will leave my Instagram, Goodreads, and Twitter all in the description if you'd like to check them out. That is all. Have a great day. Bye.